Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC B1233, indicates an issue with the air mix control motor circuit in the Honda Accord models from 2008 to 2012. Specifically, this error suggests that there is an open in the circuit of the driver's air mix control motor, which is responsible for regulating the temperature of air entering the cabin. This issue can result in improper temperature control, affecting the overall comfort of the vehicle's interior. The air mix control motor is typically located near the climate control unit, which manages the air conditioning and heating systems. When this error occurs, the vehicle may also display an indicator labeled A and AC on. It is essential to diagnose and rectify this error promptly to ensure optimal functioning of the vehicle's climate control system. The DTC B1233 refers to an open circuit issue in the driver's air mix control motor, which directly affects the climate control system in the 2008 to 2012 Honda Accord. The air mix control motor plays a crucial role in adjusting the blend of hot and cold air entering the cabin, thereby maintaining the desired temperature. This motor is typically located on the driver's side of the dashboard and connects to the climate control unit via electrical connectors. The climate control unit is responsible for managing both heating and cooling inputs within the vehicle, making the functionality of the air mix control motor vital for proper operation. If this circuit is open, the vehicle may default to a neutral setting, leading to inadequate heating or cooling, which can irritate the driver and passengers. Several factors can lead to the occurrence of DTC B1233 in your Honda Accord. The most common cause is an open circuit in the wiring, which could arise from frayed, broken, or disconnected wires in the air mix control motor circuit. A faulty driver's air mix control motor itself can also trigger this DTC, indicating that the motor may need replacement to restore proper functionality. Additionally, poor connections at the climate control unit connectors, both A and B, as well as the 7P connector of the driver's air mix control motor, can contribute to this issue. Intermittent disconnections and corrosion can impact the electrical flow within the circuit, leading to this error. Lastly, any physical obstruction affecting the motor's movement may result in failure. When DTC B1233 is triggered, several symptoms may become apparent in your Honda Accord. One of the most common symptoms is an inconsistent cabin temperature, which can make it uncomfortable for passengers. You may notice that the air conditioning indicator light is illuminated, suggesting that the system is activated, but ineffective in maintaining the desired temperature. Additionally, the presence of the DTC code on the vehicle's diagnostic display is a clear sign of an issue that needs attention. Other symptoms may include unusual noises from the climate control area when adjusting the controls, or an inability to switch between hot and cold air effectively. These symptoms warrant immediate troubleshooting to restore full functionality to the air conditioning and heating systems. The first troubleshooting step for addressing DTC B1233 involves utilizing the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any stored DTCs. The HDS is a specialized diagnostic tool that helps technicians assess the vehicle's electronic systems. After clearing the DTC, it is important to turn the ignition switch to the lock position, signifying that the electrical systems are completely powered down. Subsequently, the ignition should be turned back to the on position to energize the vehicle's electrical systems again. This step essentially resets the climate control unit, allowing for a fresh self-diagnostic check. It is crucial to perform this step carefully, as skipping it may lead to incomplete diagnostic results. The second step is to perform a self-diagnostic function using the HDS or via the climate control unit itself. This step allows for the detection of any existing errors within the climate control system, including the air mix control motor circuit. Once the self-diagnostic function is initiated, the HDS or climate control unit will check for the presence of DTCs, including B1233. If the same DTC reappears after clearing, it indicates a persistent issue requiring further investigation. Conversely, if no DTCs are indicated, it could suggest an intermittent failure, often linked to loose connections or wiring issues. Thus, recognizing whether B1233 is indicated once more will guide the next steps in troubleshooting. In the third step, turn the ignition switch back to the lock position and proceed to test the driver's air mix control motor. It is essential to assess whether this component is functioning as intended. A multimeter may be used to check for operational integrity, such as measuring resistance across the motor terminals. If the air mix control motor is found to be functional, the diagnostic process will move to the next step. Conversely, if the motor is deemed faulty or non-functional, it will need to be replaced to rectify the issue associated with DTC B1233. Properly diagnosing the air mix control motor is critical to determining the root cause of the airflow issue and ensuring that the vehicle's climate control system operates effectively. Next, disconnect the driver's air mix control motor's 7P connector to isolate the system. Following this, the climate control unit's connectors A28P and B12P should also be disconnected. This disconnection allows for a thorough examination of the continuity between specified terminals in the various connectors. Continuity testing is important for determining whether electrical signals can properly travel between the connectors, which is vital for system function. The specific terminals to check include those listed in the diagnostic information, including various pins from the climate control unit connectors and the air mix control motor. If continuity is confirmed, it indicates a more complex issue. If not, further investigation into wiring and connections will be necessary. At this stage, once continuity has been checked, evaluate the test results to determine whether continuity exists between the connections. If continuity is present, it suggests that the wiring and connections between the climate control unit and driver's air mix control motor are functioning as expected. However, if any issues are detected, it would be wise to inspect all wiring for loose connections or potential damage. In case the connections appear intact, the next step would be to substitute a known good climate control unit for testing. If replacing this part resolves the DTC B1233 and associated symptoms, then the original climate control unit should be replaced to restore full functionality. After completing all troubleshooting steps, it is important to perform a final repair verification to ensure that the system is functioning correctly. This involves rechecking the heating and air conditioning system to ensure it operates as intended, providing consistent comfort within the vehicle's cabin. Additionally, the DTC should be cleared again using the HDS, and the self-diagnostic function should be run to confirm that B1233 does not reappear. By verifying that the symptom has subsided and the vehicle meets operational standards, technicians can confidently conclude that the repair was successful. It's essential to make sure that all components are correctly installed and all electrical connections are firmly secured to prevent future occurrences of this DTC. Preventive maintenance is crucial to avoid reoccurring issues related to DTC B1233 in the long run. One important practice is to regularly inspect the wiring associated with the air mix control motor circuit. Electrical connections can become corroded over time, which may lead to intermittent failures or open circuits. It's advisable to periodically check connectors A and B of the climate control unit as well. ensuring that they remain clean and free from debris that could obstruct connectivity. Additionally, testing the air mix control motor periodically can ensure that it continues to function well and will not fail unexpectedly. Implementing these preventive measures can help maintain optimal performance of the climate control system and lead to greater longevity of the vehicle's electronic components. In conclusion, the DTC B1233 indicates a significant issue related to the driver's air mix control motor circuit in the 2008 to 2012 Honda Accord. Proper troubleshooting is essential to identify and rectify problems, ensuring that the vehicle's climate control system operates effectively. This process includes specific steps for checking components, evaluating connections, and verifying system functionality following repairs. Undertaking preventive maintenance is equally important, promoting reliability and minimizing the chances of recurring issues. By diagnosing issues promptly and employing regular checks, vehicle owners can ensure that their Accord remains comfortable and enjoyable to drive, regardless of the weather conditions outside. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!